Your doctor calls it neuropathy and hands you a pill that only masks the pain. But there's a single kitchen spice sitting in your cabinet right now that may target the actual root cause, not just the symptom. And almost nobody over 60 is using it correctly. If you've ever woken up and felt like your feet were asleep before you even got out of bed, if you get that pins and needles crawling up your toes at night, if your feet feel numb, cold, or like you're walking on cotton, if you find yourself shaking your feet under the covers just to feel something, stay with me, because what I'm about to show you could change how your feet feel starting tonight. Here's what almost nobody explains about nerve pain. Your nerves are wrapped in a protective sheath, and that sheath needs specific nutrients to repair itself, especially thiamine, what we call vitamin B1. When your body runs low, nerve signals start misfiring. That's the tingling. That's the numbness. That's the burning you feel at 2 in the morning when everyone else in the house is asleep and you're just lying there, waiting for it to pass. And here's the problem. As we get older, our bodies absorb B1 less efficiently. Add in years of coffee, alcohol, certain medications, or blood sugar swings, and most people over 60 are quietly running a B1 deficit without ever knowing it. Nobody tells you this at your annual checkup. It's not something that shows up on a standard blood panel unless someone specifically looks for it. This is where fenugreek seeds come in. Cheap, sitting in the spice aisle and almost completely overlooked. Fenugreek is one of the richest natural sources of a compound that supports nerve sheath repair, and it also contains soluble fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar, which matters enormously, because unstable blood sugar is one of the biggest drivers of nerve irritation in the first place. One seed, two jobs. Support the nerve directly and calm the blood sugar spikes that are damaging it in the background. This is exactly the kind of quiet, two-sided effect that gets completely ignored by a single pill designed to do only one thing. Now let's talk about what happens when you start using this correctly, night by night, because I think seeing the timeline laid out helps you actually stick with it. Night 1 and 2, many people report their feet simply feel warmer. That's improved circulation starting to do its job. Nothing dramatic, just a subtle shift you might only notice if you're paying attention. By night 3 or 4, the tingling that hits right as you're falling asleep may start to feel less sharp, further apart, like the volume is being turned down slightly instead of shutting off completely. By the end of week 1, some people notice they're not waking up at 3 a.m. anymore with that crawling sensation pulling them out of sleep. By week 2, sitting for long periods at the dinner table, in the car, in front of the television, may start to feel more comfortable, with less of that stiff, disconnected feeling when you finally stand back up. By week 3 to 4, with consistent use, some people report their feet feeling more present, less like a numb, disconnected part of their body they have to think about with every step. I want to be honest with you. This is not a cure. Diabetic and age-related neuropathy is a real medical condition, and if you have it, you need to be working with your doctor. What I'm showing you is something that may support your nerves alongside your care, not replace it. Anyone who tells you a kitchen spice alone can reverse nerve damage is not being straight with you, and I'd rather earn your trust than lose it with a promise I can't keep. Quick favor before we continue. If this channel has helped you, hit subscribe. We're a small team trying to reach more people over 60 who are dealing with this quietly and don't know where to start. Every subscriber genuinely helps us keep making these videos. Thank you. Let's get into exactly how to do this. The exact method. Step 1. 1 tablespoon of whole fenugreek seeds. Not the powder, the whole seed. The powder loses potency quickly once ground, sometimes within weeks of sitting on a store shelf, so whole seeds give you a far stronger effect. Step 2. Soak them in a cup of warm water overnight, covered at room temperature. You'll notice the water turns slightly cloudy and the seeds soften. That's normal, that's exactly what you want. Step 3 in the morning, drink the water first on an empty stomach. Then eat the softened seeds themselves. This is important. Most of the fiber and compound benefit is in the seed, not just the water. Drinking the water alone and tossing the seeds is the single biggest reason people don't see results. Step 4, do this once a day, ideally in the morning consistently. For your feet directly at night, a simple warm soak. 2 tablespoons of crushed fenugreek seeds simmered in warm water for 5 minutes, strained and used as a foot soak for 15 minutes before bed. The warmth alone improves circulation, and the compounds absorb through the skin's surface while you soak, giving you a second point of contact beyond just what you eat. If you're someone who struggles with the taste, a small squeeze of lemon in the morning water makes it far easier to get through, without affecting the benefit. 3 mistakes that stop this from working. Mistake 1. Using fenugreek powder from a jar that's been open for months. It loses strength fast. Whole seeds keep far longer, often a year or more if stored in a cool, dry place. Mistake 2. Doing this once and stopping. Nerve repair is slow. This is a weeks-long process, not a one-night fix. If you try it for 3 days and give up because nothing dramatic happened, you're stopping right before the point where people typically start noticing a difference. Mistake 3. Ignoring blood sugar the rest of the day. If you do this in the morning and then eat a diet high in refined sugar and white bread, you're working against yourself. The nerve irritation from blood sugar spikes will outpace anything fenugreek can do on its own. This isn't about a perfect diet. It's simply about not canceling out your own effort. An important note on who this is not for. If you are on blood thinners, fenugreek can mildly enhance their effect. Talk to your doctor first. If you're on diabetes medication, fenugreek can lower blood sugar further, so monitor closely and speak with your doctor before starting, especially if your dosage may need adjusting as a result. If you have a soy or peanut allergy, fenugreek is in the same family and caution is advised. And if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, this is not the remedy for you. Please speak with your doctor about safer alternatives. And if your numbness, tingling, or nerve pain is severe, sudden, or getting worse, please see a doctor. Neuropathy can have many underlying causes, some related to blood sugar, some related to circulation, some related to other conditions entirely, and some of those need direct medical treatment that no kitchen remedy can substitute for. This is something to support your care, not a replacement for it. For everyone else, this is one of the simplest, lowest-cost things you can add to your routine. 1 tablespoon of seeds, 1 glass of water, 5 minutes tonight, and you're already starting. Your feet aren't broken. They're asking for something your body has been quietly running low on. Give them what they need consistently and let your body do the rest. It won't happen overnight, but very few things worth doing for your health ever do. If you have a parent, a spouse, or a friend who's been dealing with tingling or numb feet at night, send them this video. It might be the simplest thing you do for them today.